What's going on, guys? Ryan here, Jet Patrol. I am not alone tonight. 6 Scale News. I have other people. Not that late. This late, I've got these guys. We got Brendan. We got Shane, who were here last week, and we would have started 7 minutes ago. However, Brendan had a very long story to tell us that he's not even done yet. I cut him off mid-story. So we can get started. And Shane's just sitting back quietly going, hey.
I wasn't sure Shane's microphone was on, actually.
Nah,
is it working?
So we're doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. It is, I think it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? No, Thursday.
Thursday. I've been making that mistake all week. I've been off by a day.
That's right, because I have a Wednesday meeting, and that was definitely not today. It was yesterday. But anyway. Yes, Thursday, which means tomorrow is Friday, and that doesn't mean a damn thing because it just means it'd go from regular work to housework, and that's all it means. So, anyways, we got some news tonight. We're going to talk about Batman XC. We're going to talk about Cap, Sam Wilson Cap, and we're going to talk about Bane because I think there's some things to talk about, and that Bane may cost me more money than the individual figure, so we'll see about that. But before we get there, Shane, you got your Chrome Mando in.
Yep. Yeah.
Is it everything you hoped it would be?
Absolutely. I like it. I actually like the grit. I know everybody's cleaning it off or whatever, but yeah. I kind of like it. It makes them look, rugged.
Star Wars has never been clean and beautiful,
right.
Ever. So, I mean, it just, maybe they went like a tad overboard with it, maybe like that much. But
his Beskar was clean for literally the first half of the episode that he got it in, and then it was just shot and all muddied up after that. So,
it was. I'll tell you what that figure did do is it made the old, what I thought looked good Beskar, look plastic.
Yes, and I actually have them both right here side by side. And I'll agree with that. The wired cape is a huge plus.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how many of us said that can the Beskar really get that much better?
Yes.
And
the answer
is
yes.
Oh yeah,
and it really is. It's paint application and a wired cape. That's some accessories.
It's the same body, right?
It's the same body.
Oh, yeah.
Same everything. I modified mine. Shane modified his. In fact, I've got a video coming out on me modifying mine because I'm doing a posing video for Mando. So before I get into the posing, I modified him to give me some more range of motion.
You took the fat suit off?
No, I just modified the fat suit. And I did a video. Yeah, I did a video of that with Shane's help. And because he has no stranger to destroying figures. So I asked him for some assistance, and we just put it together in a video and for the posing section. So pretty got that going on. And then Shane, other than your Chrome Mando, you got Swoop. Well, you got Swoop Mike before.
Yeah, I got that last.
Anything else other than Chrome?
I don't know. I got that diorama base in.
Oh yeah, this one.
That
the one that's sitting right here on my freaking table.
That thing is so awesome.
That is cool.
I would recommend getting one of these, but they sold out after the video dropped. So maybe they'll get more. I don't know.
Did they really?
What's cool about that is I use little magnets to set up the chain that it comes with because it's being that it's steel or whatever, iron, whatever it is. The magnets, man, you could put whatever on that thing. It's just really cool.
Let me ask you this.
Miles...
Where were the chains? Because I don't think I got the chains.
They were in a little there's the L part and then the base part, and then there's a little tiny square that had a little plastic bag that had chain in it.
Hold on, I gotta see this.
But how good does that Miles look? And that's got to be the least dynamic pose that Ryan has ever used for a Spider-Man.
Right.
And it looks just so damn cool, just up and down like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that was me forgetting that it came with chains. It was still in the package.
It's a lot of chain too.
It is. I mean, it's me forgetting, but I mean, it's fine. I'll add one there, but it wasn't. It's pretty.
Ryan's
cool.
Gonna make it into a belt.
I made mine into a necklace.
Yeah. No, the Miles is. I'm telling you, man. This Miles right here.
I got 2 of them. I love
It's
it, but
gorgeous, and he's
just-
not even doing it. Just freaking.
that's what I'm saying. It's the least dynamic pose you've ever used on a Spidey, and it
really is.
still looks so good.
It really is. I don't have the fancy, real sneakers that people like to do because I don't give a crap about that. But I know Shane's got them, and there's a lot of people went on eBay and bought a bunch of them. But
Yeah, I didn't bother.
that doesn't.
Some people are like just really. If I was really into sneakers, then I probably would have, but it didn't matter to me. So
Yeah, exactly. And so that wasn't a thing for me. But I do like this Diron base. I am a little afraid if it falls over, it's going to kill somebody.
Oh,
pretty heavy.
It's solid. Yeah. It's solid steel. Like,
okay,
yeah,
it's like 1/8 inch or 1/8 inch.
It's great. If it falls in a DTOF, you're breaking glass, no doubt about it.
Oh yeah,
no doubt. But I'm enjoying that piece. I don't think I got anything else in that I can recall other than that. So, and I'm okay with that. It's been peaceful. Other than some new additions to, but they're life size. I got 1-to-1 scale collectibles the other day. So,
I've only moved stuff out in the last week. I haven't
I'm jealous.
I mean, just 2, but they were taking up a lot of space. Or the 6 scale statues. But actually, I do have tomorrow. I've got a 6 scale statue coming in. I've got the 6 scale. I think it's PCS. Yeah, I think it's PCS. The advanced suit Spider-Man, where he's like hopping over the street. It's got the pole with the 2 street signs, and he's hopping over that with one hand, getting ready to thwip. And it's the advanced suit from that Hot Toys made, but the one with the white spider from the game.
Yeah, I remember the suit. I don't remember the statue. Here, let me see, because it's PCS. So, you said.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure PCS. I know Marcos just got him in.
Okay, it's kind of leaning on the. It's leaning on the street pole.
Yeah,
is that it? Yeah, okay, it's a pretty cool beast.
Yeah, so that's 6 scale, and it doesn't have like a massive footprint, but I just love that suit, and I figure I can put that into a display with some other characters, other figures. They made a Miles too that is the suit from the game as well, and that one looks really good. But that advanced suit's my favorite one, so I went with that.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool, and like I said, it's 1/6 scale, so to fit in with everything else, and that's
cool. The scaling is good. It's the other 2 pieces that I sold, they just had massive bases, like huge footprints, whereas this one, it's pretty much vertical. There's not like a really wide kind of footprint for that, so that one I'll keep.
Well, tonight we have news from Hot Toys, which I'm not shocked that we got some announcements. We got some releases before Chinese New Year. For those, and this is a warning for those who may have purchased stuff overseas for these figures or the next week or whatever. Chinese New Year is upon us, and you can expect delays from the most part. So don't get all out of shape if somebody doesn't respond to your message immediately, because they're taking their time off and doing their thing. I don't want to see like 100 messages. Who's this person? This one so didn't respond. Blah blah blah. Have you heard from this? Whatever.
It's been all over the place.
If you're in the States and you don't understand Chinese New Year, Google it. It'll.
I almost wish that they didn't drop Sam Wilson though until after people are back, because it's like everybody is like, "Where's my?" And it's like, yeah, Hot Toys just dropped it, but you're not going to get it for probably another week or 2.
Yeah, I will say that my guy over Pop was very kind to ship mine. And because he goes, I got it out there before everything shut down. I was like, thank you very much.
But he was probably doing that literally at the last possible minute and stuff. There's no way you could do that at volume. So like there, hundreds of people ordering that. They can't get those out before everything shuts down for the new year. And that's just
I didn't expect them to do that. It was very kind of them to do that. But I want to get into this. Let's get into. Let me share my window here. Bam, right here. All right, I got too many freaking messages open. All right. I'll let you guys choose. Choose your poison. We got Cap, we got Bane, we got Batman. Where do we want to go first?
Go Cap.
You want to go Cap?
Yeah.
All right, let's go Cap.
Sorry, Seamus. two DC options, but Marvel won out.
Let's just start here. You know what? I don't want to start here. There's 900 photos in here. So yeah, Cap released. It's going to have a huge footprint if you're going to add the wings. However, they are foldable, which is awesome. Shane, what are your thoughts on this head sculpt, man? Is this something you're going to be adding to your collection?
I have one Cap.
In game?
It's 2012.
Oh, well, Stars and Stripes.
I got rid of
Oh,
Endgame just because he was brighter and whatnot, and he's kind of like I got like my little Iron Man, Thor Cap setup, and it's those three. So I'm using Concept, Iron Man, right now, Infinity War Thor, and 2012 Cap. But when the new Thor comes out, because he's a little bit brighter and a little bit more golder and stuff like golder. Is that a word?
More gold.
It is. Yeah, it's more gold. Shinier. Let's put it that way.
It's more
and,
goldier.
just kind of round out the whole brightness of the Marvel.
Yeah. I agree. The 2012 Cap is quite blinding on the shelf.
I really do like this. And if I had the Wonder Woman and anything else with wings, I would definitely get them because they would just look awesome with all these figures like the Vulture and Wonder Woman. And, I think it'd look good.
I think he's pretty cool looking. I am curious to see, how it all goes together. I'm seeing like hinges, where this thing is bent. You can see like where the broken parts of the wings are and whatnot. So it's got to have some range of motion on there, which is good because I had the Captain America Winter Soldier Falcon, the first one, right? And it was a great figure, but it was their first version of that, and the wings didn't fold at all. It was just kind of like, the head
that one
sculpt
still
was
goes
okay.
for crazy money on the secondary market too.
You're what was the Civil War version? Is that right? Whichever version, the second one, it goes for crazy. The Civil War version goes for crazy money.
Yeah,
but I had the first one, and it was good looking. The head sculpt wasn't fantastic. It was all right, and I think it had single jointed elbows, which sucked if I remember correctly. But it's what we had at the time. But this thing looks quite fantastic. I do have this one coming, even though I'm trying to stay mainly in the Star Wars lane. There's stuff like this you can't pass up on. You just can't.
It just depends on when he comes out and when they get him in hand and all that. I mean, he's a good looking figure. It might be one of those one-offs I want to get because he looks good. It's bright. It's colorful. It's just a good looking piece.
Can you name something recently? I mean, I can't think of anything that I purchased and shared and then you ended up buying. I really can't think of anything recently that happened to.
Oh, no. I don't think so.
It never happens.
Is it heavy in metal?
It's heavy in metal. Yeah, that never happens. I kind of dig this thing. I think it's pretty cool. My first glance at it, I don't really have any complaints about it. I think
I like that. It's cool.
I think it's cool that it does it, but who the hell is going to display theirs like that?
You can almost just get any figure and put the wings on it, and then have Cap on the side.
Yeah, it's like you could position them without any figure underneath it at all, and you wouldn't. I mean, other than the foot sticking out. I remember when they did this photo for like the announcement.
Yeah.
And people complained. They said, well, in the game, or in the movie, they wrap all the way around him, but they don't wrap all the way around his whole body. I'm like, they're physical. They're not CG.
Yeah.
Hot Toys is not making CG wings. I don't know what you're like.
And who's
the fact that it can even do that?
That's my,
exactly. Yeah. It's like, come on, you're just looking for something to complain about. This figure looks great. That head sculpt looks great. The colors are nice and bright and vibrant. I've got this on the way. I don't know how I'm going to display it. I don't know if I'm going to use the wings for like some cool photo and video, but then take them off and put them in, in my display standing up, because that's going to take up a lot of real estate in your display case.
Here's your hinge right here. That's what I was talking about.
And that doesn't look bad.
And those are ratcheted. You can see.
I hope that they're like sturdy. I hope the wings are not like kind of so like that you feel like every time you adjust them that you might break them.
Like Wonder Woman's golden armor wings.
Yeah, or like the suit up Mark V, where it's like
Oh,
I'm never
yeah.
touching that thing again. Like
Or
I
that
hope
thing was
these-
made out of like the clamshell plastic. That's what that thing was made out of.
that might be sturdier.
Yeah, but there and these are ratcheted these sections here, so that's kind of nice to see. But oh, I didn't mean to do that.
I mean, it looks amazing though.
Yeah, I I'm getting it. I don't know how I'm going to display it either. I like that it has the functionality to go that high. I don't know.
It's going to be one that's really fun to photograph and shoot video with. But again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use the wings in my Modu case. Like it might just be
I don't know that you
much.
need to.
No, I mean if you've got like 10 or 20 figures,
Yeah.
then you probably have enough room to do it. When you're at like 200,
Yeah.
real estate becomes an issue, and suddenly the wings got to go. But
See,
I
I
don't
would
even
have
know
to
what-
display them with wings if I had them.
I know.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't even know how much this thing was. How much is this guy?
I think it was like 385, something like that.
Now, is he going to suffer from the same cap stiffness, like cap suit stiffness?
I predict that he will.
It looks like the same type of material.
It looks very much like Civil War cap kind of.
Is the chest?
look at the elbow. Look at that.
Are the-
You got double bend there.
Are the chest and abdomen parts of the suit separate? Because it looks like there's a line there. I don't know if
There's
that's
a
just
line.
like I don't
Yeah,
know if there's
so-
actually if that helps with range of motion or if that's just like to show that there
Yeah.
were two separate pieces in the show.
So to me, it looks like this chest piece is like a overlapping armor. So you see how this material,
Yeah.
is going on. Like this is an overlay piece,
That could actually help.
and I imagine it's built that way to support the wings. So I imagine
Right.
that's more sturdy, plasticky material. Just the way the light's bouncing off of it for the wings, and then down here's fabric.
That might have been more of an armored kind of piece in the show too. I don't really remember, but
It may be. Yeah, 375. Yeah. So
That's
that's,
not bad.
I mean for the size of those wings and that's not bad. That
What
head
was Wonder
sculpt
Woman
is
360?
the head sculpt's on the money. I have no complaints about it. I just don't
Yeah.
know how I'm going to display it. I have no idea. I literally in my wall over there, I have no Marvel anything over there. Everything you see Marvel related is here or it's in a box. And I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go. But the head sculpt I think is quite fantastic.
On one of those
Looks really
floating
good.
shelves on the wall behind you against the brick, that'd look pretty damn
With
cool,
his
though.
wings all wide out.
Yeah.
Oh man,
This has been mainly well, I'll say I got some Star Wars stuff, but this is Spider-Man and Iron Man crap back there.
There are some figures that just don't necessarily fit with everything else you have, but are just too cool that you can't pass up on them. Like
Exactly.
I have a handful of those that like Alita or Hellboy or Johnny Silverhand. I love the way they look. They don't fit with anything else.
Yep.
But I don't care because they're too cool. I just have to have them.
I just remembered I still have Alita. She's over there in a box.
Very good
Oh.
figure.
Totally forgot. It is a great figure. This cap I like. I don't know if this shield is magnetic or not. It's probably got one of those clips.
I hope so, but yeah, it's probably comes
you
with
know,
those.
because if you're not going to display the wings, you're going to have. I don't know how. I don't know how we're going to display it. I don't know. That's pretty cool.
so that
So
looks good.
this, I have this base. Where the hell is it?
What is that
What-
the
I'm gonna show you what it is. I got it somewhere around here. It's there. It's right here. I got it right here. It's the Mark 46 reissue base.
I thought that's the the
Does he
race
come with that?
The
not
Mark
the
46 reissue came with this. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
But
That's
does
what
he
that is.
come with that as well?
No.
Oh,
You'd
there's
have to
that.
have a lot of vertical space available for this pose. I love that pose, but to do that, it can't be in like obviously not a DTOF, but even a Modu case or something like that. Because that's a good 2 feet tall because you figure the figure is roughly 12
I
inches.
very well may go with that because I think that would look pretty sweet back there.
Yeah.
On the wall. Yeah, I think that
So-
might be the go-to.
We'll see. But I know there were questions about this base. But if you got the Mark 46 reissue, that's the base it came with. It is quite fantastic. So yeah, I like everything about this. I'm not. I've seen some people go, "Hey, you need to go get the Bucky." There's no way in hell I'm buying that
No,
Bucky.
you don't.
This show was is horrible, and that figure is no.
I mean, I
No.
liked the show, but the Bucky figure,
No.
since I have 2 other versions of him already from Civil War and from Infinity War, that one just wasn't good enough that I needed to get it. So
Infinity
I'll wait
War
and see
one.
what he.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Infinity
I'll
War
wait and
was
see what
better.
they do with Thunderbolts for another bucky if I get one. But if not, I'm happy with the 2 that I have.
I like this too. It's good looking.
Yeah.
That's good too.
Now all I need is to like get a fire back there on my brick wall.
That might be problematic. But
Yeah. I just don't think you need Bucky to display. It wasn't a great. It just wasn't a good. I don't think it was. I didn't even buy it. It just didn't interest me.
Some of these blogger photos are great, and then others, it's like, you
Yeah.
phoned that one in.
So this says no magnets to me.
Yep, pretty much a clip.
I mean, I don't know where a magnet would be in this. And I don't think this is a die-cast shield. So it's got to have one of those Captain America S-hook things that go on the back.
No, that's what I was in the other pictures. The shield definitely looks plastic. It doesn't look die-cast.
Yeah. So, and that, which sucks because everybody who owns a Captain America knows that this crap right here will send you into a migraine.
Those little clips that
They're a royal paint.
And
They're not quite as bad as the Wakandan forearm shields, though, the gauntlets for Infinity War Cap.
Yeah.
Those were the worst things Hot Toys has ever made.
with the
Yeah,
little
'cause they
plastic
opened
thing
up.
that-
Yeah,
and that little
those were
plastic hand
brutal.
grip came off.
Oh, freaking hated those things. I always put them in like the one grip in the wrist, and then the other one I just left free floating. I was like, screw that. I'm not messing with it. And sometimes I didn't even do that. I left the hand. I didn't even have I just put a fist on him, and then I just let the friction of the forearm catch the shield, and that was it. That's a pretty good pose.
I like that.
Yeah, some of like you said, some of these photos are good. Some of them are like, kind of crazy. That's pretty cool. A little motion blur going on. Yeah, I like this thing. In the chat? What are you guys saying about this thing? Casey, Goats. Thank you, brother. Great looking figure, but we'll probably pass on picking it up. Okay, all right. Alistair says going next to the one deluxe Wonder Woman golden armor. Yep, that figure takes tons of room, and I'm curious to see if they're comparable in space consumption.
This one won't be as bad with fingerprints, though.
No, the golden armor one, though. I mean, I know the other Wonder Woman was released earlier in the week or last week, whenever it was, and I'm skipping that Wonder Woman. I just don't have a need for it. But I do think the head sculpt on the golden one looks better than whatever new one they got.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's just rooted hair and all, which I don't like rooted hair, but it just I don't know. To me, it looks a little better. So I'm looking forward to posing this one. It should be a lot of fun. However, let me go back up here in our section here. There was also this one. I'm definitely getting the Captain America. All right, definitely getting that. This one, on the other hand, I'm not getting. I do think it looks pretty badass, though.
It does.
I do. And if I'd ever played the video game, I'd probably pick it up. Never have. The Batgirl or Batwoman. Is it Batwoman or Batgirl from the film?
Batgirl.
It was Batgirl from
Batgirl,
the game.
That figure was awesome. I did a review on that way back when. That was the Harley is awesome.
The Joker too.
The whole Arkham line is great. I had it at one time until I think
I've got
Batgirl came out, and then I just got rid of them all.
Yeah. I've got Batgirl. I've got Joker, Harley Quinn, Deathstroke, and then I have the Prestige Batman. So it's the one with the gold.
Oh, yeah.
I had the others, but I sold them. But I have the one with like the gold bat symbol.
The Prestige one was pretty gorgeous.
Yeah, they're not posable in the least. Like Batman figures like that. Oh, and I also have the one that is posable though is the Batman Beyond, which I love that one.
Correct.
So I've got
and this one doesn't look like it's going to be posable at all either. But I don't know that
I think it is.
It'll be a little bit, but he's supposed to be this like big, bulky, imposing figure. It's not supposed to be a Spidey figure or something like that.
No,
I'm definitely getting. I like the marks on the cowl and stuff. I'm definitely getting this. But I didn't like order first batch or anything. I'm gonna wait until it's stateside because this is a big boy and shipping. I'm sure this is going to be a heavy figure, so shipping is going to be a nightmare.
No doubt.
So I'll wait until this is stateside and then I'll pick it up. But I'm definitely going to add it to the collection.
I do think it looks good.
Batmans.
I just There's
looks-
another figure that was announced today that is just going to force
Yeah.
me to go in a different direction.
This looks bigger than the armored Batfleck from BVS,
which
And
was
that
a
was
great
a big
figure
guy.
too.
Yeah, but this looks like it's even bigger.
And it looks beautiful. So this reminds me of just for obvious reasons, it looks like the Iron Man Mark 1 that's coming out. And the Iron Man Mark 1 is going to be non-posable in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean,
I mean, he
it's
could
gonna
barely move in that thing.
Exactly. And so, I'm still going to get that. So I can't say that the lack of posability is the problem. I think the problem for me is I have no connection to this in the least. And so it's like,
What makes this for me is the whited out eyes. That's what, because the other Batman from the Arkham games, you can see the eyes, but this having the whited out eyes, that's what really makes this look cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool. And this the suit material they're using reminds me of the Infinity War Captain America. That's what that material looks like. The way the light's bouncing off of it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that pleathery, rubbery stuff. So in the pants region, I'm not going to zoom in right there, but it's kind of what it reminds. Yeah, I guess I will. Screw it.
I like the stand. It's different. It's not your basic sand. with
Basically got arrows
footprints.
pointing right into. Wow.
Yeah. So this material, it just looks like that.
So egregious.
That's how they designed it. Infinity War cap material is what it looks like to me. So
yeah.
And that material sucked. Hate that material, but it does look amazing. For those of you getting it, congratulations! It looks great. Linda says I have no interest in this one. Yep. I thought it was an Iron Man-ized Batman at first. Yep. Linda says those are strategically placed arrows. You're probably right. So pretty cool figure. However, like I said, the other release or the announcement is going to force me to go in a different direction, which is this, which is glorious.
Yeah,
that's a 100% get.
Gotta have it. It's glorious. So
it's such a massive upgrade from the original too.
Yeah, and I'm glad they
had that
included
original
photos.
one.
I'll fast forward from the previous version. I mean, it's the previous version they had right here is crazy. Yeah. I mean, they've made 500 figures since then, so they've done a little something.
So I wanted to add a Bane to my collection about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
I didn't want the Hot Toys one because the joints on the shoulder and the elbows, it was just so, it just looked like crap. It just really did. And I didn't like it. And so I ended up going with the Daft Toys kit and like the Fison seamless body. And it looks great. I absolutely love it. I think it's a little bit undersized, but like it looks great. I'm super happy with it. And like the sculpt and everything that came with that looked really good. The tailoring was good, but this looks even better. So I'm happy that I have that one to hold me over until this one drops, but I'll absolutely be getting this one and the base, like the background that he comes with. It'll go perfectly with the Catwoman and the InArt Joker and then the DX19. Like this is going to make just a really good Dark Knight trilogy display.
Yep, I agree. I like everything about this, and I'm with you. I thought about getting the Daft Toys one, doing the Fison body, and I just never got around to doing it.
Yeah.
And evidently, I don't have to now. I can wait 3 years and get this.
Is this the only other figure now? Since we thought that they were going to use it in like everything moving forward for seamless bodies, and they haven't. Is this the only other one that's used the same type of body as Hellboy?
It's the only one I've seen.
Because it says that it's got like the inner metal skeleton with enhanced articulation.
Yep.
The only other one that they did that with was Hellboy, and when that happened, we're like, oh my god, this is going to be Venom and all these others. Like this is what they're going to use now.
Yep.
And this is the first one since then.
Like this is just says Drax written all over it, right?
Oh my god!
If they don't do a Drax from the new movie with that type of body, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that.
I don't know, but we're getting rolling eyeballs on Bane. That is awesome because you freaking need them. There is no expression,
right?
just fine. You get jackets, you got vests. I mean, there's so many like options here.
Look at how much bigger
is
he
so
is too, because
cool.
that DX19 is bigger than the original one.
Yeah,
And he
That's
dwarfs,
so cool.
or he's dwarfed by that Bane.
yeah. I don't.
That's
Let me
awesome.
see if there's a listing. I guess they might have a description of how tall this flipping thing is. But yeah, I'm. Let's see here. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think the diorama base is cool. I don't know if I'll use it or not. I think this is a pretty cool look. So you don't have any wrist pegs at all. I like that. I don't know. There's a couple
He's got
different.
the glove on the right hand,
Correct.
or that, you know. But
The
I think I
gauntlet.
just might make him just get some scrap leather and just make him a little like a wristband or something,
One
just to cover
came
that
with
joint, or just get a watch.
that's a one. So one came with the Daft Toys kit, and
Oh,
I
wow.
have that covering up the other wrist peg that doesn't have that leather kind of gauntlet on there. So I'll just take that off and put it on this
Yeah.
one, and you won't have to see any joints.
I like it.
I love this. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Really
that
nice.
joint right there, as awesome as this is, that joint kills it.
It like screams. It just jumps right out at you. But if you can cover it up, yeah, whatever. It's not like technically film accurate. I don't care because I won't see a wrist peg. I'm
Right.
fine with that.
I'm trying to see. It says 12.2 inches tall. That's not huge.
12
I
and
mean,
a quarter. That's not big.
That's not big. I don't know. I don't know. But so here's my question, and this is what I've got to decide. So I sold my DX19. I'm going to buy another one. That's fine, whatever. I mean, they're available, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, they're not selling out.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's awesome. But my thought, I'm getting the 2-pack Joker from InArt whenever. I guess it'll be after Chinese New Year because
Yeah.
whatever. So I got that coming, and DX19, and then we got Bane. There's no way I'm skipping to Bane. We know we're getting a new Catwoman from this film. So my only question is, do I get a tumbler?
Oh man.
I wouldn't. I don't need it. That's just me. If
I
I
can't
had the
get it.
room for it, then I'd be like, all right, yeah, whatever. But
It's not terribly priced.
no,
Huh.
it's not terribly priced. It's just it takes up again a lot of real estate, and I just don't have it to devote to that. I can like anytime I've come close to getting one of those, like a large vehicle or something,
Yeah.
I just start thinking about all the other stuff that I could get for that price and put in that space, and I'm like, do I want that, or do I want these like 3 or 4 other things that I could have? And and so I end up not doing it, and so this
That's
one will
fair.
just
Or do I just go get the Commissioner Gordon, that set, and I don't know.
I've never seen that one in hand, but it looks like a pretty good set.
It looks good in photos.
Yeah. Will it
I don't
look
know.
good just to the eye in your display day to day, or is it one of those things where that was a lot of lighting and Photoshop and stuff like
Could
that?
be, and I doubt the sculpt is amazing, but I'm just like, So I guess the tumbler's on Mercari. Thank you for the heads up. Antonio says, "Get it. $2
You know what-
is a good start going towards getting it." I appreciate it very much, Antonio.
You know what I think this kind of shows, though, is that the DX19, now the InArt Joker, which is a different company, but still, that the Catwoman that they're putting out, this one right here, the glaring weak spot to me, even though it's a 2.0, is that to Harvey Dent. I passed on that Harvey Dent because I did not like the way it looked. I thought the paint work on the scarred part of the face was I thought the tailoring just kind of looked just looked crappy, and it also looked like there was just a straight line, and this side is like burnt, and then this side isn't. There was no like gradations and And to me, even though I know that's a 2.0, and I don't really think people are necessarily screaming for a 3.0, but like that's in the line, that's the one glaring weak spot for me because all the other figures look great.
I'm okay with it being weak because he wasn't interesting. He just, I don't know. In the films, he was just kind of a throwaway for me. It wasn't a big deal. I get he had a story, but it was just, I don't know.
I liked the character. I would have liked to have a really good Harvey Dent figure, and I would have bought one if I thought they made one. I don't know. I didn't like the Hot Toys one. Who knows? Maybe InArt or somebody will make one at some point, and maybe it'll be better than the Hot Toys one, and I'll pick it up.
I'm predicting Hot Toys has been working on a Joker behind the scenes.
Like a Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
predict it.
I fully, I absolutely believe that they're going to.
I'm not claiming to have knowledge. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that
we all thought that they were going to put it out forever ago when InArt was announcing theirs. All right, Hot Toys is going to, So I'm actually shocked that they haven't. I mean, 100% they're working on it.
Yeah, they got to.
I'm just surprised that they haven't actually already at least teased it yet.
Yep. They, I don't think they'll go the route of the huge metal base and the metal, chair, bench. The whole. I don't think they'll go through all that because that's not their deal. Although it would be cool if they did.
You think they'd try rooted hair?
They could. The sculpted ones previously, even though people loved them, I've had them in hand, all the versions of it, and it's all right.
InArt set a really high bar for them to have to clear now.
Yeah.
Because people are raving. I haven't gotten mine in hand, but from what I've seen, this thing it's not a home run, it's a grand slam.
Oh,
so Hot Toys, that puts them in a really precarious position because they've got to, if they make it, they've got to really, really bring it. Otherwise, people are going to be, well, that's not as good as InArt. And that'd be a black eye. If, it's one thing when InArt makes one that's better than something Hot Toys made 10 years ago. But now that InArt puts theirs out, if Hot Toys makes the same character and doesn't clear that bar, that sucks for them. So
Keith says, even if they make it, how can they do better than InArt? I think people said that about Hot Toys' previous Joker, and then InArt came out and kicked them in the nuts. So anything's possible.
The Wolfman's got nards.
Anything can happen. Everybody said, "Oh, the Joker DX11 is the greatest." That's the
It's all relative because everybody thinks back to that, like the DX11. That people are paying $2,000 for that on the aftermarket. Like it's great, but now if you put the DX11 side by side and you can actually see an in-hand comparison, you're like, "Oh my god!" Yeah. It's like when you're at the bar and you're really drunk, and then you wake up the next morning and that girl that you thought was a 10 is like a 4. That's what the DX11 is with InArt now.
Yeah, it's yeah. So Hot Toys, could they do better? Sure. How? I don't know.
That's for them to figure out, not us.
Maybe they have a rooted single pack that people don't have to spend $1,000 to get the 2-pack or something. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. Anybody can nitpick anything. So that the InArt Joker, I'm sure somebody will nitpick it. I mean, it's just because how collectors are is fine. But there's always something.
But it's more just that it's a first impression. And if the first impression is that good, case in point, like I pre-ordered it, but I was waiting to see how the final product turned out. It looks like an absolute, showstopper. So I was like, okay. And then as soon as I realized that, I put my pre-order in for their Robert Pattinson Batman. It was like, all right, you earned my trust with the InArt Joker. So now, I'll take that leap of faith on Batman here.
Yep.
And if they just keep delivering, I mean, on stuff like, I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy, but that Aragorn head sculpt is like redonkulous.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get that one, but it does look good. I don't know. I think this is a debate that 400,000 people will have, or 2 million, or however many Hot Toys collectors there are, will have forever and ever and ever. But there is one comparison that is not being made, and that is InArt versus Hot Toys, that debate. But there's no InArt versus the California company. Like there's there's no like they're like that company. Like it's not even allowed on the playing field.
What was the last 6 scale they put out?
Oh, the broken ones I got from them, the Clone War stuff.
The Clone Wars ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause now, granted, they've made some announcements for some premium format statues that look really, really good. That I'm like,
Agreed.
okay, but and
Agreed.
I have some statues from them that I like.
The last one I got, I didn't like. It's back. Yeah. I
You
didn't
mean
like
the
Which one?
Sharpied Boba?
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't like it in the least.
No, well, especially when I mean, imagine if you just put the quarter scale hot toy next to it.
Mm.
When that, it's like no,
Yeah.
nope,
Yeah,
nope, nope.
I don't like it in the least. And I honestly I forgot that I ordered the damn thing, but
But they're
all good.
and Seamus would probably like this, and it's affordable too. Like their quarter scale, their premium format, Dark Knight Returns looks phenomenal.
That's the one with the
It's the Frank Miller. It's one with like the bloodied up sculpt with the
Yeah,
lightning
yeah.
kind of behind him, and he.
Yep.
It looks. It might be the best premium format that they've ever made. It looks
we'll
that
see.
damn.
If it's
good.
got paint applications like that.
No,
Bad.
this one, this one, it's like it looks like they
Okay,
really did a good job with that one. So they should just stick to that.
Yeah.
Doing those statues in that like $650 range in quarter scale. Leave, the third scale and half and stuff to the big boys like Prime and Queen and J&D and the rest.
Prime's not even doing third, man. They're all doing quarter scale stuff.
Well, they're doing a fair number of third. They just announced a lot more quarter scales.
Yeah, they're doing a lot more quarter. And I get it for shipping purposes, and I get it for your inflation cost, and I get that. And I don't have a preference one way or the other for that. I know there are statue collectors that are very passionate about that, which is fine.
Although
really
other companies weren't really doing that much with quarter scale, and like specifically, like they weren't really doing DC quarter scales, and they, California pretty much had that whole license, and but XM wasn't licensed to sell them in the States. Nope. They just recently got licensed to sell a couple of DC statues in the States, but they weren't before in quarter scale, and now they are. And now other companies like Prime are starting to do quarter scale DC statues, so that's not like an exclusive license anymore. So I wonder what that'll do competition wise, but
yep, it's kind of crazy, man. But that's I want to talk about those three figures tonight. I don't really have anything else on the way other than the cap, and I do have a video on the Batmobile coming out sometime soon. The '66 Batmobile for Yoast. I was supposed to have Yoast on the channel like weeks ago, but just scheduling didn't work out. It was kind of crazy on my end, and so hopefully we'll have him on here soon.
Are you considering getting the InArt Aragorn?
I'm always considering everything. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm on the fence.
It's honestly not a line I want to dive into, man. Just because it's amazing doesn't mean I have to have it.
I have zero interest in. I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy at all.
Me neither.
But that is so impressive that I almost want it in hand and like just want to be able to see it in person and then figure something out in my display, or maybe at some point sell it. But like it's really tempting because
it's a very expensive. I just want to see it situation.
Well, it's like
$300.
Like, yeah, I mean it's less than an Iron Man hot toy.
And you'd get your money back out depending on what we don't know is how many of these flipping things they're making.
Right.
We don't know that. Is it going to be a overproduced situation, or is it there can be some residual value to these things?
I think they'll make less of that than they will the Joker.
Oh, they probably made a shit ton of Jokers. You're probably right.
That's what. I think that they'll make less of that. I think the Aragorn will eventually sell out. Maybe not right away, but I do think that it would be something that you could buy, marvel at, like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then whenever you're ready to move it on from your collection, could probably make your money back, maybe even a profit.
You might be right. No DeLorean, Ryan. Not at this moment. Not at this moment. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold. I'm not sold on the DeLorean yet.
DeLorean?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
It would be like the only Back to the Future thing I got.
Oh, really?
Aside from the
Okay.
movie, I think I
I-
have a VHS somewhere.
I saw Justin's
It's a
video
Betamax.
on the DeLorean. I don't know. I wasn't impressed.
I haven't watched it. Yeah, I
Was
don't
it?
know.
Don't
But
get me wrong, I
like,
love the movies.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
movies are fine, but the real estate for something, I just wasn't impressed. I just wasn't.
I'm more
Yeah.
likely to get Gandalf and Aragorn.
It costs the same, and it would be better quality.
what's
I
the DeLorean's what, like $700-800?
Yeah, so, yeah,
it?
something like that.
That's a
I think it's
lot.
8, almost 9, maybe.
And then
Oh.
shipping, so you're looking at $1,000. You're looking
Yeah.
at
I just, I enjoyed the films. I have Marty, but I mean that's real estate. I would rather give to Clone Wars vehicles than a DeLorean.
honestly the only vehicle that I can think of right now that I would be like, okay, I'll put the money down and find the space for that would be an '89 Batmobile
Mm. Or
or
an
the
N1
'92 like
Starfighter.
Returns.
An N1 Starfighter.
Got one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
there
one.
you go.
There you go. Here you go.
There you go.
Well, thank you, Shane.
If you zoom in a lot, it'll be one.
It'll look big.
It'll be blurry.
Now,
But if you have
The-
that CSI tech, then no matter how much you zoom in, it's always 100% sharp.
now they're never gonna make that Starfighter, but
Yeah, I don't know. I
they're
hope
never
so,
gonna
but
make. I would love an X.
They're gonna make
That
the
would be dope.
Starfighter before
Oh my
they make
God,
those
next
flipping banshees from Avatar.
That was my thing. Is like, do you really think that they're gonna make? I think those are to me just like there are certain figures that they make prototypes of that they're never going to make. It's just at a con like
Prop.
show off what we can do, but we're not
Yeah.
going to do. I think those banshees they made them expressly for that display because they knew that otherwise you're just standing a really tall but single jointed visible joint figure with a flat expression. There wasn't going to be a whole lot and a really small bow. There wasn't going to be a whole lot that you could do with that. And I think they made those just for that display, just to sell the figure. I don't think they're actually ever going to
100%.
sell those.
I agree. I think that's just a show off. Hey, look what we can do thing, but you can't have it. I mean, it's like the 1/6 scale Falcon they made a decade ago.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Are they going to make that with all the first order troopers around it and everything? It's like 12 foot wide or some crap. I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That 89 Batmobile is the only one I can think of that I would.
Well,
like,
Yost,
I'll
I think, is
put
going to
money
make it.
down.
I'm pretty sure he's going to make the 89.
Yeah, or it might be from 92. It might be from Returns, but that's almost identical. I would
That's
go with
pretty
that
close.
too. I would
Didn't
go with that too.
the 92 one had the shield, right?
Yeah,
That was the shield.
The
yeah.
capsule.
yeah. You know what? Actually, there is another vehicle. I would get the van from the A-Team.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I'll take this back.
I take
Why
the
don't,
whole
why don't
line.
we just 3D print the shield in 1/6 scale, and you don't even need the car. Just 3D print the shield
Just-
and paint it black. Throw it on the shelf.
And say you got it.
Just put some like styrofoam under it to like.
It'd be way less expensive. Way.
It's like that episode of Friends where like Joey had all the boxes and then put the Porsche cover over it. And it's like until somebody ran into it. So,
Yeah, William's right. Yost TIE Fighter is next. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I got to get him on the channel. He's going to be doing a 1/6 scale TIE
No.
Fighter.
All right, but if he makes a TIE Fighter, he has to make an X-wing.
I'm good
Yeah,
with all
makes
of it.
sense.
No, I'm down with all of it. But ladies and
Death Star.
gents, that is the show for this evening because it is Call of Duty time, and we cannot miss that. It's almost ritualistic at this point that we go and die and complain and yell. And it's just a thing. So we're not very good at it. Although occasionally we finish second and third in quads, and it's kind of fun. But Weasel always runs out in front of everybody on his own and dies. I think last night we revived him like 4 times. I bought him back 3 or 4 times. He kept. I don't know. He died a lot. So I think he was. It was a lot.
Who's this
last night, wasn't
weasel guy?
It
It's
was
terrible.
crazy. It was crazy. But anyways, we're gonna jump out of here. Hope you guys do well. But it's time to jump out of here. So have a good evening. Collect what you like. See you next time.